Air distribution system. This is in continuation to our components of central air conditioning system: chillers, cooling towers, AHUs, VAV and CAV, FCUs, pumps, pipes and fittings, valves, and previously we had seen ducts and insulation. Now it's time for us to know the air distribution system. What is air distribution system? By using this air distribution system, the air will reach the space where the cooling is required. Diffusers, grills, registers, jet nozzles, dampers are all called as air distribution system. There are different types of diffusers available, like square diffuser, three-way diffuser, two-way diffuser, one-way diffusers. Also round diffuser, linear slotted diffuser, perforated diffuser and stacker diffuser. These are all the types of diffusers available in the market. Same like that, each component of ADS has certain use, like diffusers are used for vertical discharge. I will explain you with a picture in the upcoming slide. And grills are used for horizontal discharge of air. Floor diffusers are used for supply hot air to the space during winter season. Okay, next is the damper. It is like a valve in the pipeline. Yes, it controls the movement of air inside the duct. Valve controls the movement of liquid in the pipeline. Same like that, the damper controls the movement of air inside the duct. It may be manually. Which one? The damper may be manually operated or motorized automatically. I will show you with picture between this about this damper, manual and motorized damper. Next point is, another important type of damper is fire damper. Yes, very important, which is installed in the every duct which passes through room to room, to avoid the fire growing due to oxygen supply into the space during any fire accident. Okay, this chilled air is contains it contains oxygen. During the time of fire, in order to control the fire, we have to cut the oxygen supply. So to do that function, these fire dampers are used. Whenever there is a fire accident in the building, the fire damper closes the movement of air into the building so that the fire can be controlled. That is the main purpose of fire damper. Let us see some of the pictures here. This is the diffuser. We saw here, right? Diffuser. There are different types of diffusers available, right? Let me tell you. This is the diffuser. These are all the types of diffuser. This is the round diffuser. This is the square diffuser, one-way diffuser, two-way diffuser. These are all the types of diffusers. And this is the staircase diffuser. And this is grill or register, you can say. This is how it looks like. Fine. Let's see the usage. Diffusers are used for vertical discharge, as we spoke before. 1 minute. See, this is kept in the ceiling. This is the diffuser. It's for the vertical discharge. When the chilled air comes from the duct, through this diffuser it comes into the building or the space. So it comes from here and comes directly downwards. So it is for vertical discharge. This diffuser is used for vertical discharge. And the grill, these are all the grills. You might have seen that in the washroom doors, right? Those are all called diffuser, used for horizontal discharge. And floor discharge used for supply floor. It is not floor diffuser. It is not discharge, it is floor diffuser. I have made the mistake. Floor diffusers are used for supply hot air during the winter season. And the jet nozzles, these are all the jet nozzles used in high-rise ceiling. If the ceiling height is too high, like in the production unit. In order to have good comfort and good movement of air in the space, these jet nozzles are used. So these are all the pictures of air distribution system. Square, this is grill and circular diffuser, jet nozzles, see, and this is the square diffuser. So these are all the things you will be seeing in the site. Don't get confused of which one is diffuser and which one is grill. Please refer this drawing and know the difference between grills and diffusers. And the next size of diffuser, right? Diffuser size and its flow quantity. The size of the diffuser is 9 inch by 9 inch. You may not be aware of 9. This is 9 inch by 9 inch. For example, I am saying 12 inch by 12 inch. You can, if it is said like that, 12 by 12, which means the width and height of the diffuser they are mentioning. So size of the diffuser is, if it is of 9 by 9, it can serve 50 to 300 CFM. If it is of 12 inch by 12 inch, 300 to 500 CFM it can serve in a single diffuser. For example, if this is a diffuser and its size is 12 by 12, it can serve from 300 to 500 CFM to that space. That is what I mean. If the size is 15 by 15, this much flow you can get, and 24 by 24 you can get 1000 to 1400 CFM. Okay, these are all the table for selecting supply outlet types as per SMATNA. Okay, these are all as per the standards of SMATNA. The next one is the real life pictures of air distribution system. See, HVAC system main air grill and diffuser pictures are given here. I'll enlarge this. This is the round diffuser, square filled diffuser. You may not come across this type of diffusers. Very rarely you will be using this. Let me introduce few of the broadly used diffusers. Round diffusers, round air diffuser of this type, ball jet diffusers, and circular jet outlet you will be using. And this is a grill, this type of grill you will be using. And single layer louvers, you may be using this one, very important. And this is of jet nozzle type diffusers. And what is here, single layer louver you will be using or you will be seeing in the site. This is called louvers, and these are all called diffusers. This is square air diffuser. This is how the square air diffuser will be looking like. And lower air grill, you will see this one also. So these are all some of the important air distribution system you will be seeing in your site management life. So this is how this diffuser will be installed like this. And these are all the grills. Okay, when you have no false ceiling, and when there is no false ceiling, you cannot install this type of diffuser. In such situation, you will go with this linear grill type air distribution system. And if you use that, it will be looking like this. Through this, the chilled air will come to the space. This is the jet nozzles or round diffusers, you can say. See, this one, same, this type is used here. For high-rise ceiling, for high-rise ceiling, we will go with this jet nozzles. For ceiling with normal height, you will go with diffusers or round diffusers. According to the aesthetic, you will select also. According to the CFM, you will select the respective diffuser. Apart from that, according to the aesthetic, also you will select the required type of diffusers in order to have a good look at your interior space. and these are all another type. It is installed. The louver, you can say. The louver is installed here on the round duct. See, it looks very nice, right? In order to have such aesthetic, they will select the required type of air distribution system apart from the CFM selection also. Okay, that's all about the air distribution system. In the upcoming session, we will look into another important topic in the air distribution system, which is nothing but dampers. So keep following my videos, and thanks for watching my videos. Okay, in continuation to our air distribution system chapter, let us look into the dampers. It is like a valve in pipe network. Yes, the work is same like as how the valve work in a pipeline. It is like a valve in pipe network and works same as valve for the control of flow. Yes, it controls the flow. The valve controls the flow of liquid, and this damper in the duct controls the flow of air movement. That is the difference. Valve controls fluid, gas, compressed air, etc. But the damper here in HVAC duct system is used to control the flow of chilled air. It is of three types: volume control damper, splitting damper, and third one is the fire damper. Let us look into volume control damper. It is said as VCD. Is used to control the flow of chilled air coming into the space which needs comfort. The space which needs comfort are controlled as per the requirement by using this VCD, volume control damper. It may manually operated or automatically operated. Yes. If it is of manually operated, it will be having a handle. You have to adjust it using your hand. If it is of automatically, it will be having a motorized actuator, which can be controlled using the remote controls kind of stuffs. So manual VCD has a handle attached to it. By adjusting the handle, the flow can be controlled. This is what I said. And the splitter damper is used to split the air flow to two different zones. And motorized VCD, this comes under the automatic one. Motorized VCD uses actuator which is controlled by the thermostat. When the thermostat is adjusted according to the need, according to the requirement, the blade in the damper is adjusted by the actuator, and hence the airflow is controlled according to the right. Okay, let us continue again. The VCD is of two types. One is manual, another one is automatic or motorized. Manual uses a handle which has to be adjusted manually by ourselves in order to control the flow. But in case of motorized, the motorized VCD, that is a volume control damper, uses actuator which is controlled by the thermostat. When the thermostat is adjusted according to the requirement, the blade in the damper is adjusted. What is the blades? These are all the blades I am saying about. These are all the blades. If it's a circular, this is the blade. Okay, this is what I mean here. The blade in the damper is adjusted by the actuator, and hence the airflow is controlled. Okay, this is up to the motorized VCD. Now third one is the fire damper. Fire damper also is used for the same airflow control purpose, but during fire events. When there is a fire in the space, it should not spread to the other space also. For example, room A has some fire hazard, and which is served by air conditioning ducts, and due to some problem there is a fire. That fire should not pass from that room to room B. In order to control that situation, these fire dampers are used. Fire dampers are installed in the duct wherever it is crossing the walls. If there is a wall, means it is a partition between two space, right? The space A, which is under fire hazard, should not be passed to the space B. So, these fire dampers are placed for such purpose. Due to the supply of oxygen, the fire will grow. If the fire grows, then it will go to the next room through that same air duct itself. So, in order to cut that, these fire dampers are used wherever the duct is passing through the wall. So the main location for installing the fire damper is the wall. Okay, fire damper is also used for the same airflow control purpose, but during fire hazard. That is what I was telling before. It is installed in the ducts which passes from room to room, floor to floor, or floor to roof, or even roof to slab, in order to control the supply of air and produce heat during fire hazard. The fire damper is also of fusible link type and automatic type. Fusible link type will be having a wax type component already installed in the damper itself. Whenever there is a fire hazard, due to the increase in heat, the wax type component I told you, right, that melts so that the shutter comes down and it stops the movement of air. But in the automatic type, this one, see, this is of automatic type. I'll show you the picture. It works like this. See, there is a fire here. Okay, there is a fire here. Fire starts in the room and it is going to the next room. This is the wall. This is the next space through the air duct, because the air supplied here is containing oxygen, right? That is the main important thing for the spreading of fire. So in order to cut that, see how it happens. See, this is the actuator, and it downs, or the fire damper cuts the air from prevent the fire from spreading. This is the rising temperature breaks the fire fuse. This is the fire fuse, and it breaks the temperature. It breaks the connectivity of the shutter, so that the flow of air or flow of fire can be controlled. That is what the fire damper work is. So these are all the fire damper types. This is the manual fire damper type having a handle, right? This is the automatic type. See, this is the damper and its blades. This is the actuator and thermal sensor. This is controlled by means of your thermostat. This is how it will be looking like. This has to be installed inside the duct, and where the location should be wherever the duct is passing from room to room, or floor to floor, or floor to roof, wherever there is a passage of this kind of things, you have to install this fire damper in order to avoid the spreading of fire during fire hazard. The name itself, it is saying fire damper. It damps the fire. That is why it is called fire damper. Very important component in the air distribution system. Okay, that's all about the dampers and its types. The upcoming slide, we will look into the duct insulation. Thank you very much, and keep following. In continuation to our components of central air conditioning system, when we were discussing the duct, further to give the insulation details, let me continue here with the insulation. Duct insulation. As like chilled water pipes, ducts are also to be insulated. Why? Insulation prevents condensation problem, as it works as a barrier between unconditioned space and conditioned air inside the duct. Insulation helps the conditioned air stay in its desired temperature, and also it prevents any leaks. As the insulation protects the ducts from the non-air conditioned ambient, the heat gain can be minimized. Hence, energy savings can be availed and stay economical. Heat gain would occur if the duct is not insulated resulting in insufficient comfort. Non-insulated ducts produce condensate over the ducts, which causes drips over the false ceiling and damages it, and also molds kind of fungal formation causes health hazard. This happens due to contact between conditioned and unconditioned ambient temperature. Both supply as well as return duct are to be insulated. Most commonly used insulation material are fiberglass insulation and nitrile rubber insulations. Let us look into some of the pictures of duct sweating. These are all duct sweating. These ducts are without insulation. Due to no insulation over the ducts, this is how the condensate forms. If this forms, it starts dropping on the false ceiling like this, and it creates molds like this. That is what we saw here. Non-insulated duct produce condensate over the ducts. This one, which causes drips over the false ceiling and damages it, and also molds kind of fungal formation causes health hazard. This is what the molds are. When this drops on the false ceiling, it will create this kind of molds. Aesthetically, it will look very bad, and also it will be a health hazard to the occupant. The next important point we saw here is, as the insulation protects the ducts from the non-air conditioned space, the heat gain can be minimized. If it is not insulated, then the chilled air will get contacted with the non-air conditioned space, and there will be a heat gain, which makes the AHU to run continuously to throw the chill air to the space continuously, which will bring high electricity bill. So in order to stay economical, this insulation are very important, both from commercial side as well as from our health side. This insulation is very important for ducts. So these are all the main and important things we have to be concentrated while doing the duct insulation. I will show you an video of how the insulation happens. This is the duct. These are all the stick nails. Once the duct is brought to the site, the workman will be using these stick nails, and they will stick it over the duct. Once it is done, they will apply an adhesive over the duct, which is nothing but glue, you can say, adhesive. See, he is making here. See, this is how the adhesives are applied over the ducts. Over that, they will be placing the insulation material. What are all the insulation material we saw here? We saw fiberglass insulation and nitrile rubber insulation. So they are going to do the fiberglass insulation right here. Once the glue is applied, they will fix this fiberglass insulation material over it. When you are doing this insulation, you must consider some density and thickness of the insulation material. It depends upon the area. If it is outside, you may go for 50 kg per meter cube thickness. If it is of inside, you will go with 25. It depends according to the specification. You have to do the insulation material. Once it is sticked, they will cut the nails, and then they will cover these nail points. After that they will stick the duct tape over it in order to have strengthy stick on the nails. This is how the insulation happens at the site. Once it is done, the insulation will be looking like this. It can be done before installing also, and also it can be done after installing also. So normally they will go with after installing only if it is of nitrile rubber kind of things, and there are also some flexible insulation materials are also there. They will do it once after installing the duct, and once the duct is installed they will make a smoke test. Once the smoke test is done, the smoke test is done to check whether any leakage over the duct is happening or not. Once it is done and it is found there is no leakage, then they will go with the insulation. Once after the insulation also they will again go with smoke test. These are all the site related things. I will discuss this, or I will transfer this kind of knowledge when I take the next topic, that is site based knowledge transfer. We have one topic, right? In that I will give you a few points of this type, so that you will be clear when you go to site. You can directly work without any confusion. That is the main reason this course is designed for. In order to make you guys think like you are at site, we have pasted many pictures, animations, everything. Whenever you have doubt, you can go through the material, you go through the animation, and you will be cleared. So that's all about the components of central air conditioning system. In the upcoming slide I will integrate all those things. What are all the components we have studied, starting from the chiller. I will show you here. From chiller, cooling tower, I will put everything integrated, and I will tell you how each and everything works, and how it will be looking at site. So that now we are all good with the working of chiller separately, cooling tower and its function, VA, and CAV, FCU, everything we are now clear with its separate function. The upcoming slide I am just planning to show you as an integrated system, like I will put everything integrated or interconnected with one another, so that you can easily understand how the centralized air conditioning system works. So stay connected with me for the next class, like for the working of central air conditioning system using water cooled chiller. We will discuss in a period of time. So thanks for watching for now, and keep following.